Tonight, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Niners.
First time we get to see the 49ers offense behind their quarterback. Now in his 7th season as a pro. Eastern Illinois, it's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And there he is, the man. Had a really nice year in 2019. So close to culminating with a Super Bowl title. Accurate with the football, completed nearly 70% of his passes, which was 4th best in the NFL. Nearly 4,000 yards through the air with a team that runs the ball with great efficiency. 27 touchdowns, but in the Super Bowl, didn't quite make the plays they needed down the stretch. But remember, some big wins last year. At New Orleans, at Seattle in Week 17, 2 playoff wins. He's continuing to develop as one of the better ascending players in the league.
42-yard
line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And right away, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Leading the Packers offense out here, the same man who has been doing so since 2008. That's the great Aaron Rodgers.
A lot of people thought the Packers might struggle a bit in 2009.
After review of the play,
the fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo hooking up here with Trent Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Tevin Coleman, the ball carrier.
Look at the numbers for Coleman in last week's game. 13 carries, 51 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Garoppolo gets this into the hands of Taylor. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
It's a gain of 2.
Out on 3rd, Garoppolo. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Packers take over.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
25-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Here's Rodgers. He'll find Aguara complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Complete to...
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Down.
And Tate's got it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Complete to Auden Tate.
Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Number 20.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
At the 41.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Mostert, the ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
For a 49er.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Charlie Werner, the tight end, the intended target. But it'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Cole. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
To the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
The 40-yard line.
Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Tackle made.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
From the 38, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to Coleman. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A gain of 9.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 38.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Two yards, good enough for a first.
At the 40-yard line. A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Packers.
They run again with Peyton. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Dillon, the ball carrier.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they got the...
Now 49er pressure, and they get it. It's blocked. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Gold with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
To kick off for San Francisco.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The 25-yard line. The Packers take
the Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll be a gain of 16, and it'll move the chains. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
On play action, now Rodgers. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Dillon. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Ball carrier.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Dillon, the ball carrier.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They'll try again with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. They were able to push him backwards on 1st down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that'll make our score 14-7.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense led by George Kittle. And as we look at his highlights, you know, sometimes I've asked you schematically, how do you stop one player? Well, how do you stop a tight end like this without opening up other holes, partner?
You show your basic defenses, whether you're playing the 3-deep zone, the 2-deep zone, but you have your variations underneath it. So sometimes instead of the safety staying deep, the safety will drop down. A sky coverage, they call that. Sometimes the corner's responsible. You get a little, what they call a cloud, someone coming underneath. Sometimes the linebacker shows the ability to rush the passer and instead drops down and tries to get underneath the tight end as he tries to run routes. So many different things you can do in the basic sense.
Trying to prevent those highlights we saw. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Tyler Ervin back deep. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
At their own.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. He's back to throw here to start the drive. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, this will be fun.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, I want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
Complete to George Kittle.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6. First down, San Francisco.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. On 1st down, it's Coleman. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Ball carrier.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Garoppolo. Open man is born. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Niners on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. This is Coleman with the ground. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First down, Green Bay.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Jones, the ball carrier.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
First down.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Shot. It'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Rodgers. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
Aaron Jones.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
14. Packers 10.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Niner offense coming back out there. Tevin Coleman leading the way. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Here we go.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Coleman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
2nd and 1 from the 2. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Garoppolo's pass incomplete, out of the end zone.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you off sides. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
On the return, the Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Looking deep for Adams. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
1st and 10.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 2nd and 8 coming up. They will run again with Coleman. Room here to run. Oh, what a juke into space. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for the Niners. 62 yards on the ground. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Garoppolo out wide here to Samuel. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Got the connection here to Bourne. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
I can't believe they even let you play. Hey, 25
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Packers take over 1st and 10. At their own 29.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense, trotting back out. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play calling.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Rodgers with a
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
4-yard line.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Packers.
Rodgers now on 1st down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, it's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Rodgers.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And some space here. And the return will stop right around the 25. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Complete to number
Devontae Adams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
1st and 10.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. He finds Taylor, complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And now a high kick, but he hit it straight up. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Devontae Adams in the Packer offense heading back out. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
And when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll go again to Jones. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A gain of 8. 1st down, Green Bay. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Fred Warner.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Warner in on the
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Complete.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that lead is back down to 9 now.
28.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So still 14 yards to go, second down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
19.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
The 35-yard
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Deebo Samuel.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Charles, this one, not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
On first down, Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Packer, first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams.
Rodgers pass.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A gain of 21.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. And again, it's Rodgers. That's going to be caught. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown.
How about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Yeah, that's true. You've said that before. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 27-yard line.
Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 48.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Garoppolo looks to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's got the 1st down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Garoppolo able to find Samuel there for a Niners 1st down. He's been the go-to guy, and they needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's Samuel, caught left side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will give him a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Packers offense set to go. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. He's got his man. This is Tate. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Rodgers now on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. 1st down, Green Bay. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Auden Tate, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Packers are back within a score. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A 1st down and then some. 36 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their 1st. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
13-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Back to throw, Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Coleman. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
Field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
The kick by Gold is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8.
Makes the score Niners 40.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So now Rodgers in the pack. Down by 8. A minute 50 to play. They need a touchdown and, of course, the 2-point conversion as well. Back to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. And he'll look for Adams again, and this time he's got him.
Rodgers pass.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A good 1st down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw is Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Aaron Jones.
And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2nd and 9. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Rodgers to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Down and goal at the 3-yard line.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Rodgers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Rodgers' pass intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it.
Here we go. Tonight's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Niners, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughton. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.